Farmers across America are bracing for the full impact of this trade war. Ron Heck is a former director of the Iowa Soybean Association, and he believes the tariffs also threaten the global food chain.
Well, I'd like to see a resolution to it sooner rather than later. I'm not amused by playing with the world's food supply. This isn't going to work out well for anyone involved. Raising the price of food for the people in China is not helpful. Pushing costs below production is not helpful to all the soybean producers in the world. And as an American producer, of course, I'm feeling the pain first as our prices drop, as speculators are selling. All in all, it's just a mess, and the best way to resolve it is to resolve the trade dispute and for China to return to buying U.S. soybeans.
For those that don't know, Iowa is the United States' second largest soybean grower. Your state, Iowa, produced 562 million bushels last year, worth more than $5 billion. How much do you stand to lose, both in crops and money?
Well, my farm grows more than 100,000 bushels of beans in a year. The price drop has been more than $2 a bushel now, so it's more than a $200,000 short-term loss if these prices persist, and hopefully they won't persist at these low prices.
You are a past director of the Iowa Soybean Association. What are you hearing from your fellow soybean farmers? What are they telling you?
Well, we're all watching very nervously. Fortunately, we don't have to sell beans every day, but we do have to sell them once a year. And for those farmers where the timing isn't right, who are looking at a major loss, it's an extraordinarily serious situation for them. It will get worse when harvest starts this fall, when we will all have beans to sell.
So what's the message that you are hoping to send to U.S. lawmakers and to people in China?
So this is a food fight that is not productive. China is the country that decided to put tariffs on soybeans. So my message to China would be to resolve this trade dispute and deal with the issues involved. China chose food for political purposes, and I just don't think that's the right thing to do. So I would urge China to lift these restrictions. In the long run, the net effect will be the Chinese pay more for soybeans, and world prices will not be affected very much. So it's totally a short-term game that they should stop.
Ron Heck, thank you so much for joining us from Iowa.